as a heads up, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled or not caught up to date on these manga, please, you know, turn away, or at least just be aware that I'm going to spoil a few of these books. Hello everyone! So for this week, I read this many volumes. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 volumes. Pretty busy week, I suppose. So let's start off with Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling I've read before. If you guys haven't seen my unboxing of it, this is like an astounding quality book. It's just like a graphic novel from the West, but with a little bit more extra quality to it. It's very hefty for a manhwa, and you know, I really was surprised with this outcome. The pages are a little bit glossy too. The story so far is pretty good. It really only covers up to the portion where he gets to become a player and he sees what the penance or penalty round is. He just walked into his first instance at the very end, and then it leaves to be continued. So you can see here he has to fight this like gigantic monster from the desert here because he didn't do his and I love this reference, he didn't do his One Punch Man exercise. Here. Now you can probably read that. So yeah, he didn't do that, which I thought was a pretty funny reference. And so he has to go to the desert world and survive. I liked the beginning, of course, you know, kind of his origin. I think it's a cool one where he's the weakest guy ever, but he's also pretty good at solving puzzles, so he can survive. Next, my camera's like shifting and I didn't even realize it. It's super tight. Ah, now it's even tighter. I think it's just because it's the way it's going to be, so I guess I have to deal. Let's... Okay, I think that's a bit better with the camera. Anyways, the next thing I read, well, probably not the next thing I read, but next I want to talk about is Quintessential Quintuplets. Quintessential Quintuplets Volume 5. It shows the resolution of the camp arc, how he wakes up in the hospital. It also shows a little bit about his past, how he decided to want to become a good studier, a good student, and a respectable man. It was for this little girl who he met in the past, and I'm thinking, oh, of course, this is going to be like, what's that one called? Shoot. It's, I keep thinking Nura, because I was buying it along the same time as it. It's the one where the guy has the lock. I can't recall the name of it right now. I haven't finished it yet. It's Nisekoi, that's it. So yeah, it reminded me of Nisekoi too much. I was like, that's kind of cliche-y. But then it turns out that it's actually not one of the sisters here, and it's somebody else entirely. So that was really cool, in my opinion. I, you know, was really thinking it was going to go the usual trope or route. So, you know, sounds like trout when I say it too fast. But otherwise, you know, this manga was a little bit funny. I like how he gives her the study bracelet, and it's for elementary schoolers, and she's like, what the hell? Like, and I loved this kid. This kid I thought was so funny. She's like saying how her dad doesn't need a mom because her mom left with her lover, leaving the dad alone with the daughter, and gave the dad a lot of trouble. I thought that was really funny. And, you know, they go on a little date, and it was fine. Overall, I would say this was probably better than even 4 was, so that's good. I actually like this one a good amount. I think 2 was the one that was my favorite. It was either 2 or 3 is my favorite so far. The one where they're about to start the camping arc. That one was pretty good. Afterwards, let's talk about Kuroko no Basketball, Kurokos Basketball. Kurokos Basketball, I only read this double, this 2-in-1, and it was pretty cool. It shows the end of the fight here, but like, you know, with Kisei and Seiren. I forget what Kisei's team name is. In any case, it was interesting to see him go and beat the perfect copy. It was also interesting to see Kisei start playing again. You know, of course, the main trick has to be in the zone, but like, who else saw that coming? Like, that's a big twist, right? So that was pretty obvious that was going to happen, but, you know, it's interesting to always see more moves like Eagle Spear and things like that. And also you can, you know, this actually was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, so I was really happy. It was really an intense kind of a game, and I really liked it quite a bit. It was really cool also to see how Kisei could copy, what's his called, Kagami's abilities, because he's not technically one of the perfect boys. Or what is it called? He's not perfect. He's not one of the Miracle Generation, but they also kind of reveal that he has the same abilities as the Miracle Generation, so that was kind of neat. You know, but by that same merit, I kind of expected a little bit more of a fight. Like, you know, I feel kind of like ripped off, because if his ankle wasn't hurt, like, he probably would have won. But that's fine, you know, I suppose that's just the way it's going to be. You know, so you can build up the drama, because I also want to see how to legitimately beat Perfect Copy, but I guess they kind of hint that in this one that there's a way to do it. So we'll have to see how that goes. I read a crap ton of Toriko, volumes 37 to 40. Toriko is taking off as we get close to the end. I thought this was like super creepy with these soul people. How Komatsu has to deal with that on his own. I thought that was really neat, because usually he relies on Toriko. How Midoriya's like, F this noise, and he goes to fight Joey on his own, and I was like, whoa. So that was really cool. And I really was digging this one, because it also shows the beginning of Asia's Gourmet Demon. Then, in 38, we get to see Toriko and the Guinness Wolf kind of hint at the fight there. That I felt like was going to be epic. It also showed a little bit more about the other kings, besides the Monkey King. This also introduces Don Slime. Don Slime is amazing. He's Ichiro's Gourmet Demon, who's trying to get him to come back to life, but he doesn't really want to come back to life. Komatsu and the other chefs also traverse the Blue Grill, which is like a really creepy place where they trade people's souls in to other people's bodies, so they can complete God, and I was like, what the hell? So it's pretty crazy. King Enma, this little octopus guy right here, that was awesome. He's got a really cool design. I liked him a lot. And then they also kind of show how the Nitro kind of came to Earth with the gourmet cells. That was a kind of less than awesome reveal. I like how Mother Snake, though, can go all the way to space to eat fish and stuff in space. That was kind of crazy. Anyways, I didn't like how they were all just like aliens, but at the same time it kind of made sense. So the Nitro got tired of their world, and then they started making gourmet demon beasts to help stress the environment, to make the food tastier. And they travel from planet to planet, so that way they can get more and more better ingredients in food. But they leave this one behind because it's so weak, and his name's Neo. Neo becomes Asia's Gourmet Demon. And he's pretty weird. He's so creepy. He likes to eat things as they scream for help and terror, and he thinks that makes them tastier because of the release of serotonin. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But you get to see Don Slime fight him a little bit. Don Slime is epic. I love Don Slime. He's the coolest. He has a star. That's a star that's about to go supernova. And Neo effing eats it. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And so yeah, he eats it. And Ichiru from the spirit plane, or the back order, realizes what's going on, and he says that Neo's not really a Nitro. And I'm like, holy shit. So that was cool. I can't wait to see what he is. We also get to see Jiro start to fight. He starts to slowly release his knocking and turn into a boss. I love Jiro when he's like this. This is like the awesome fight. And then when he finds Asia, he asks him, he's like, was that all like fake? Was it real? Like, what are you? And he tells him that it was all fake. And he also destroys Jiro in like a second by undoing all of his pain knocking. So all the previous pain inflictions that he had hidden came off at once, and it just totally obliterated him. It also shows off the Gourmet Demons for Toriko and his crew, and Toriko gets a third Gourmet Demon, which I thought was interesting because they haven't even shown really what blue does. They also get to show off Earth, God, and God is like a giant frog, and he eats planets, like the moon right there. That was pretty epic. I can't wait to see what happens to that. And then they hint that actually Starjun and Toriko are twin brothers and that they're the sons of Asya, which is really neat. The last thing I read was My Hero Academy Vigilantes, and this one I like more than actually the main series. I'm actually caught up today on this one. Loud Cloud, his arc is kind of finished here. They show how he dies. He gets crushed by a building, and I was like, man, that sucks. But Eraserhead's past was really neat. I like the fleshing him out of him. And they also hint at the wrap-up arc here, so I'm excited to see how everything wraps up between the Crawler and Pop Step. Hopefully our main man here shows up for some more fatherly advice. I really miss Knuckle, but that's okay. You know, he'll be back, I'm sure, eventually. They also do like a 3-year time skip. I don't know if it's time skip or if 3 years have just elapsed since the beginning of the series. But everyone's trying to go off for their own thing, and they say that this is the last arc. So I'm really excited to see this. Pop Step looks epic with these bees, though. And I like how it's pop and rock, so that's pretty neat, too. But yeah, that's what I read this week. Next week, what I'm definitely going to read are these 4 at minimum. And I'll probably read a few things that come into my March haul because I pre-ordered them. Ta-da! So that's probably what I'm going to read this week upcoming. So if you want to read along, that's what I'm going to read. Until next time, bye!